These Caucasian people, they say the N-word more than us, and that's an issue.
I need cleanliness. If I want to live my life, if I want to think, I want to do my homework, I need to be clean.
I'm not trying to have a nice time and turn to my right and see a cockroach run across the floor. Like, I'm charging 10 at the door. You got cockroaches.
You probably see him getting sturdy too, bro. Is that really the type of money you want to make? We influence each other. It's not they're already gonna do it.
Just because that person's doing it doesn't mean I have to do it. Like, where does that line get crossed?
The thing is, the world's controlled by money. That's the internet.
Slavery still exists. It's actually bigger today, but nobody want to talk about it because people don't understand like the spiritual operation, like how the enemy works, bro. It goes down deeper and deeper and deeper, and then
we got freaky RD.
No.
We got freaky RA. What is Alfred? A sex fest, bro? Like,
What do you think college is, man? Yo, freshman year. Hey, Alfred. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm here with my co-host Juju
Anaya.
and Anaya.
Nice to meet you. If you don't know who I am,
We're gonna just mostly talk about just problems on Alfred State campus and just a little chitter chat that we hear throughout.
Yeah.
Basically gossip. But
Pretty much. No, it's mostly
basically gossip.
It's mostly gossip. That's
It's basically
that's the
gossip.
thing you gotta talk about on here.
But there's actual real things that
Need to be
and
addressed.
issues that
Yeah.
should be addressed that we're gonna talk about today. So.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So I brought them on for Real Talk to discuss these issues because I think it's important for students to have these discussions. And you know, for people to be able to evaluate and not think that they can just go through like doing certain things and it goes unnoticed or people not realizing like the impact of it. You know, we want to talk about a couple of those things that we think is happening that, you know, there needs to be some kind of change, right?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You know, we're not just talking just to talk. We want some change.
You know what we could talk about though? We could talk about Red's life for a minute.
Res life.
Yeah,
Red's
just
life?
as a
Yeah.
whole. Just as a whole. Like
Red's life.
So
where do we start with
Where
Red's
do-
life?
Let's start at the bottom. Let's start with the RAs. Let's start with the
Okay.
RAs. So my freshman year, there was a huge problem with RAs and like just in general. Like I was an RP, residential programmer, so I didn't have to do all that staying up late and monitoring like
You
other
got
students.
all the benefits of being an RA without having to be
Exactly. Got my room paid for, and I just got to make events and stuff, and I got to be friendly, make connections, get respect from other people. But I also just didn't get to do any of that stuff. But the real problem was them fornicating with each other.
Fornicating with each
The
other.
RAs?
Oh, it was such a problem that they had to fire. What was it? I think it was not a third, more than that. It was like almost 50% of their staff.
Whoa.
And it was like after that semester because of all the problems that happened after that. Cause,
So the RAs were shagging basically.
What building was this?
this was all the freshman dorms. So Pete,
Schultz. That's why they call
Brandon.
Schultz that one.
They
Schultz
call
has this
they
one
call
stigma.
Schultz Schlutz, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I'm sorry,
No, I
guys.
used to call it shitty Schultz because
No, they-
freshman year,
Shitty Schultz.
freshman year, someone grabbed their poop and just like
Smeared
smeared it
What?
all over the bathrooms
Oh,
in every single one. So
This is why I live
for
on
like,
campus, y'all. This is why I live on campus.
What?
You sure whoever did that was all the way there in the head, or like?
I had no idea. No, because someone went into the bathroom and took pictures of all this and sent it to like. I'm pretty sure it was on Yik Yak or something like. But that was like 3 years ago, and then that's why he got
3
the
years
nickname
too
Shitty
close, man.
Schultz.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
they probably done though, but like still. No, but yeah, no RAs not. My freshman year, no, it was a problem.
Yeah.
It was a problem, like because they would get together and then the other ones would get together and then like they'd be mad at each other because the other person got with the other person. There was no communication. There was problems now. No one's working together, and then they realized almost everyone in the building's just been straight shagging each other, like throughout the entire semester.
Wow. All right.
It was just a huge problem. It was just a huge problem. And then
Yeah,
oh my God,
this is
on top of
why,
that-
you know,
Well,
you got to
that's-
do things God's way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
God's
yeah.
ways.
I mean,
God's
yeah.
ways
God's
the
way is
only
the best way.
Exactly.
But like, I'd say for that problem, there's just more than that though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Res Life, like, how are the RAs who are in power the same age as me? Like, I don't know. Any college I went to, I've never seen.
You mean a majority of the
RAs that are
RAs were
sophomore.
older, or like they were like a
junior,
junior,
senior,
Oh, you mean, like,
graduate.
freshman?
or like
RA?
even the
Yeah.
youngest they were sophomores. At least not a freshman.
No,
I've
I've seen freshmen.
I've met so many
sophomore,
freshmen.
a lot of sophomores.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason.
No, but like I'm gonna be. And you know what's worse? They're all two-faced.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, of course. No, I know.
yeah.
There's RAs on campus who have conducts. Like, how are you an RA and you have conduct
Yeah.
cases? active. Like, what do you mean you're an RA and you have active
At
conduct?
the end of the day,
Like,
they're still students, just like us.
they're
so.
still students,
Yeah,
but you
but,
should
like,
be set to a certain standard
yeah,
if you're
exactly,
going to be
like,
put in that
Christian
position.
just
I'm not saying
requirement.
I'd be a good RA.
Well, I think there are. I think there
are.
are some standards. Like I think you have to have like some school standards to make
Yeah, a
RA.
grade
Well,
point
they're obviously
average,
not
like
being
Yeah.
freaking
maybe a
out.
2.5, like that.
Yeah.
The
Those are
RAs
similar
be
to
messy
athletes.
as hell. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
they really. Oh my God, no. What I mean by two-faced though is like on campus, they'll write you up, they'll report you to members. If you have a problem with them, they'll personally target you.
Yeah.
Then you see them outside,
And it's
like
nothing.
wearing almost nothing, and just acting like a complete fool. And then they'd be like, oh, please don't take a picture. Please don't tell my RD. I get the urge. I'm like,
If only they knew.
if only they know. You know what? Just
Oh.
because like and it's just like I get it. You want to have fun just like us, but maybe treat your residents with more respect if you want to get the same respect in return.
For sure.
Like be lenient. Like be lenient. Some people mess up, but they're also here to have fun like you. You're the same age as us.
Exactly.
Like yeah, all right. Let's like
To be fair, some people do deserve it though. I will not lie.
Yeah,
some
some-
people really are, for me, like
no, they
idiots sometimes. But like, there's also the instances where like I've seen RAs act worse than the actual students outside. So it'd be like, not even RAs. Like
Well, it has to be already.
it has to be RAs, but
Yeah.
there's also other positions just in the building that people
Well,
like
have.
the RCA,
Yeah.
RS,
So it's like
RA,
you could see
RA.
people outside and be like, bro,
Yeah.
wasn't you just like? Wasn't we just talking about this earlier? And then like now it's a
You
problem.
already doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it, but I don't at the same time because
But
It's
like,
just how they work.
there has to be a balance, I guess.
Yeah, like-
But, like what is that middle ground then?
The middle ground is just be lenient to your stuff. Like be lenient to your residents. Like be nice to them. Like don't just be hawking them down. Don't be monitoring their every move. If they're being stupid for a little bit for something that's like dumb, let them be stupid a little bit.
yeah,
But like if it's a serious matter, yeah, go handle it. Be that professional person. But don't just write them up or like be in their face for every little situation.
Okay.
Like just treat them with respect and give them that little benefit of the doubt.
because at the end of the day, we still do pay to be here. So like,
Right.
regardless of not what you guys saying, you're getting your stuff paid for. We're not. So
Yeah.
like, you guys could be idiots or whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's still our room. Yeah, it's not our house. Yeah, we're technically renting, but we should still be treated with some type of respect outside of the fact that we're paying to be here. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
that's
one of
what I'm
those
saying.
things where we're just here for free. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people are paying for the room, especially if you have a single.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, and you're paying for two sides of the room. Mind you, we have a 4x4 room. Could we really talk about how college is basically living in
Jail
tenements?
cells?
We're literally living in tenements. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
people used to pay $1,000, $2,000 a semester. Some people are paying that a month back in like 1975 for like little rooms that we're living in right now. 3-4
Yeah,
people.
that's what I'm
crunched
saying.
up.
Off campus
Like-
is the move, y'all.
Is it?
Off
I
campus
will
is the
never
move,
go
but a
back.
lot of
Off
those
campus
houses
is
are dirty.
dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty. You have to pay utilities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wi-Fi that sometimes doesn't work.
That's
There's
why
no backup generators if the power goes out.
Kitchens
Yeah.
are
That's why there's a
nasty.
pledge of fraternity or sorority. I'm
That-
telling you.
But
Like,
how?
that's what it's
You
called.
Sam,
You don't have to
I
pay
got
a
a for
utility.
you.
You pay one
Sorority
bill.
and-
You know what I'm saying?
frat, like,
I'm
it's
just saying.
something
'Cause I remember my
different,
freshman
like-
year. I remember the difference with the bathroom. I was like, nah. And actually the hoses, like the proper hoses, like I know my hose, like Kappa, we keep our
Okay,
stuff
Kappa
clean.
keeps them clean.
We
but
keep us
We've
clean,
been
bro.
in some.
Side
should.
D is this.
You can't do that. I do not agree with that take. I got friends
Hey,
in
I-
Side D.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with that at
I
all.
got friends in Side D.
Sorry, yeah, I studied.
But-
I meant
Nah.
Like, all right, let's be honest. Sometimes
Yo.
they don't clean up that much, or sometimes it's just plain dirty. And
But
like,
I've
in
been
some
to
of
way
them-
worse. No. I'm gonna put this on the record. I've been to a lot of other colleges. I've been to other frats. Some other colleges' frats are absolutely disgusting. So I will commend the Alfred State like fraternities
Yeah,
and
the Greek
sororities
life.
on their cleanliness, because you can walk in their house and you can have people come through their house and it'd be okay. You don't smell anything.
Yeah, be clean enough.
Everything's put away or put up.
Mm.
You don't see people throwing up in the bathrooms and stuff like that, which is like something obviously is common. But like you go to frats at bigger colleges and the floor is dented in. You go to the
Dang.
kitchen. I've been to one where the kitchen looked like a tornado walked through there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you got mad dishes in the sink. It's like, bro, this is just hella unsanitary. But we're not gonna talk about those colleges, right? But
Okay.
No, I don't mind
So
though. I went to a frat in Buff State. Now, when I tell you,
I've been
Just-
above state and UB, so I know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
What?
just, nah, it's just like it's so bad.
Yeah.
I just don't. Nah, it was
What?
dirty as hell. Like, and something about me that I hate is just I need cleanliness, like in all fashion. Like, I want to have fun, I need cleanliness. If I want to live my life, if I want to think, I want to do my homework, I need to be clean.
Like, I'm not trying to. I can't even say what I would really be doing at this party, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have a nice time and turn to my right and see a cockroach run across the floor. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a turn off. We're going after that. Like, that's just like, oh, I already know what type
Yeah,
of people.
Joey
I
trying to
hate to
turn
be in
off.
here.
Like, you charge a 20, you charge a 10 at the door. You got cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a trap house, bro. What's wrong with
Bro,
you?
they're paying the cockroaches for rent.
Yo, like what? He said it's for
That's actually
decoration.
bad.
When I asked him that.
No, the imagery that came up in my head is just crazy when you said that.
Yeah.
Man. You just see the cockroaches
Like, imagine
with the
you see a
music,
bunch of
right?
red cups,
You
everyone
probably see them getting
vibing out.
sturdy too, bro. They get sturdy up there.
Blasting some Cash Cobain, and you just look to your right, and it's a little family of cockroaches just having their way in your kitchen. Nah, bro. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not going for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
but cleanliness is really is important though, for real. That's facts.
No, it really is. It really is. But on that topic, let's talk about the nightlife on Alfred. Like, just the genuine nightlife. How,
Alfred random picks? Question mark. Who is that? Who runs that
Who is
account?
that face reveal?
Yeah.
'Cause who are
Yeah,
you?
who's?
No, whoever runs
runs
that
that
account, they're gonna
page?
they might get jumped. For some people, like, text them like, "Yo, please take my stuff down," and they just don't get a response.
Yeah, but because sometimes people.
But to be fair,
people
to be
submitted.
fair, the
That
people
means
who are
somebody
getting mad
submitted
about
this
that,
stuff. Yeah.
This is why they say carry yourself a certain way when
Handle
you're
your
out.
liquor.
Because when you're out, cameras are out, and
Like-
regardless of or not, if you want it to be
Mhm.
recorded, somebody else will record it.
Everyone got a phone nowadays.
Yeah.
Just watch
I
what you
mean,
do.
you go on a party anytime. Minute someone does something, you just see 5
Yeah.
flashes just pop out the cut. So like,
Facts.
Bro, GJs, the second a girl decides to like just dance on a man, just at
Yeah.
random,
Just twerk.
a circle forms like automatically. A circle just forms out of nowhere and it lights up like the sun. Like I was with Omar in the DJ booth,
Yeah.
and we were just talking. All of a sudden, it was just like a circle. It was just like, oh well, they're
Yeah,
getting
that's
on.
funny.
Yeah.
He playing the right music.
You see, I haven't even been out to GJs at all like this semester.
Why you gotta
or
go out,
ever.
man?
Nah, bro, this is my last semester. You
it's
see, I'm
not-
wiser,
He's a
man.
safe He can-
You gotta observe the masses do the opposite. You know
Nah,
what I'm
you can
saying?
still observe and have fun. You know, you don't gotta like drink liquor.
you don't
or
have to
do stuff.
partake in the same.
Yeah, true.
activity.
I mean, I stopped by. I think the other day because Omar, like we were passing through there, so I saw. Yeah, but it was calm. It wasn't. It was like actually mature people at the bar. But I guess because it was during.
No,
the
there
week.
are a lot of people who just sit on the sideline, just in the
Yeah,
cut.
just-
I mean, I feel like I'm one of those people now. Like, I really like I'll dance in the circle or not, but I don't really like fraternize too much. Like, I just be out on the side with my friends. So it's like, but that's when
Yeah.
you really see the most stuff happen. I notice when you're not part of it and you just go sit down and like observe
Yeah.
everything, you really see like we got some pretty like interesting characteristics.
What do you
and
think? What's the
character
dynamic
traits
with
throughout people on this campus?
Oh, we don't. We got a very diverse campus.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, what's the dynamic between A State and AU at the bar? Cause that's where you see like A State
Alright.
and AU really.
It's
That's where we
State-
collide.
Alfred
That's
State
that's where we
controls
I'm not
collide.
gonna
Yeah.
lie. Alfred State at AU, it's funny because Alfred State has this stigma that it's like lesser than
Yeah,
AU
'cause
because
we
AU's a
assume-
university. But I promise you, the AU people are definitely more.
Stuck up and
No, I wouldn't say stuck up. I'd say AU is a little bit more.
delayed. Not delayed, but
No, it's not delayed. And when it
I
comes
can't
to
think of
like
the word for it.
Alfred State,
I don't think they're close. I don't think
I
they're
think-
very more intertwined. They're not
I
that
think
close.
our campus is better. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think our campus is more like
Modern.
no.
No,
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 the,
it is more modern
the
though. I
SOC,
would
they
say
don't
it
have
is.
the SOC like
I mean,
that.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
It's
in
just
terms of like the building look, I think our campus.
I'm
is
talking
very
just
more
like
modern.
people wise.
They had
Yeah,
Like we have a lot more
I'm gonna be honest.
stuck up people at
Harry
Alfred
Potter's
State.
over there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Harry Potter and like a lot more like people out of New York State go there.
Yeah.
Or because you can hear I've met a lot more people with
you mean city
accents.
people.
No, there's a lot more.
I mean, foreigners.
way more foreigners. Way more
The swim
like,
team. There's almost. I think there's like they're down to like maybe 4 like people from New York, and the rest are just straight from out of the country. Some are from the Middle East.
Yeah.
Some from Mexico.
But
Some
that's
are
because it's a private college though, so most people
Yeah,
are
they
looking
can
at it
invite
like, oh, I mean, like it's
Yeah.
a little uppity or whatnot. But
I've been to their dorms, man. It's-
nah, the one thing I will say AU is better. They have 2 gyms. Alfred State, get that together, bro. Why do we have one gym? and everyone has
then
to
they
book a
working
time.
on that. They're working on a super complex down there. Cause the gym used to be down the other spot. I was
In the
here.
Pioneer Center.
Yeah, in the Pioneer Center when.
Yeah.
And the gym was pretty good right there. And
Yeah,
there was
working on
technically
it.
2 gyms. Cause you had that, and then you had a dance room beside it with like nice mirrors. I used to be there.
Yeah, no, that used to be a fun place. But then, yeah, obviously they changed it. They did the construction, and that's not gonna be done until after I graduate. So, yep,
GG.
2 years,
probably no, a year.
a year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. Like, all right, so because that I don't think it's too much like of a issue. I think that's just people in general. Like what we just discussed, I think that's just gonna always,
Yeah,
be
this is
a
always
thing.
gonna be like.
But like, what
Yeah,
are the
'cause it's two
issues?
colleges
Some
on the
other
same
issues
campus,
y'all really
basically.
wanted to bring up on here. Like, well, I know where and I was bringing up a point where these white people get too comfortable saying nigga.
Bro, I got too
everything,
many
and,
stories, bro.
Way too many
Yeah.
stories.
Okay.
And I don't
Way-
care
Don't
if
bring up
people
any
think,
names,
you
but I'm
let
saying we
certain
gotta
people
address
say
the
it, other
issue.
people
This is
don't.
what we addressing
it's
the
just
people,
like,
man.
These white. Oh, that sounds racist.
That
These
does sound
Caucasian,
Caucasians.
yeah, these Caucasian
Caucasians.
people, they say the N word more than us, and that's an issue.
They honestly.
Nah,
yeah,
low
They
key.
do,
No,
and
they
it's just
do.
like, even if you don't mean it to be racist, bro, you should not be saying it. That's just
Okay,
how I
I'm
feel.
just gonna say this. It's a weird line for me because I was thinking about it after we had that conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't agree with them using it, right? But like, why are you using it in a context when you're just with all other white people? Like, that's my biggest question.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
it's
white
like,
people.
what do you feel the need to say?
The M word for.
If it's
I'm-
no black
I'm
person
old people.
inside.
I'm gonna say it. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
yeah, that's fine.
Like, I mean, if you say a nigga, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can say it. That's cool. But like, I'm not saying like it's cool for you to say it. I'm saying it's cool as in when you doing it and I don't hear it and you're away with your friends. Cool, you're gonna do that because no one could stop you from doing that. You're within the presence of your own friends, own people. There's nobody to police you.
Yeah.
But my thing is, when you come out and you do that with your friends and then you come do that with a person you don't know and you walk up on the street and you're like, "What's up, my nigga?" And you're a white person or like a person
That ain't
who's
black.
not black, and like you don't look like you're even from halfway from the culture. Like, bro, there's no reason a white dude wearing shorts and a V-neck with a backwards cap on is walking up to me saying nigga. Like, I just don't see what you gain from that. And
Yeah.
I mean, you say, oh, it's like, oh, it's cool for us to say it's a word of endearment, but like, it's not for a word of endearment for everyone.
Yeah.
Is like what I feel like a lot of people fail to realize. And yes, there are some white people that majority of the black community do let's say it. And
Yeah.
that's because
you-
they grew up in that culture. You guys do not grow up in that culture, so you do not understand the same or go through the same struggles that they would or black people have gone through over the years and stuff like that, obviously. But like, it's just not the same thing. So you say it and it's like, cool, I'm not gonna do nothing about it because we're on campus and I'm not getting arrested, even though I could knuckle up with you. It's like there's no real point because
Exactly.
it's gonna be bad backlash either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it is a freedom of speech, but like y'all have to realize you're gonna come across a person
That's-
who's like,
tell your
okay,
ass
there's
up.
freedom of speech, but there's also consequences for the words and the things that you do. And those are the people you're gonna have to watch out for, because those people will actually put their life on a line or throw away their life for something as small as you saying nigga. To you it's small, but to somebody else it could be big. So I just say
That's facts, that's
watch your surroundings at least, because like I'm never gonna be able to stop you from saying it regardless of if it's racist or not. I know people in our generation, it's a little different. Like,
Yeah.
like maybe my mom's looking at it like, no white person should ever say that word because she grew up in a different time.
Oh,
which is most of our parents.
Yeah.
But now with Gen Z and even some of the younger generations coming up, it literally is a word of endearment. It's like it's almost cool now to say nigga. If you're allowed to say nigga, you're cool. You one of the people. So it's like,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's just mostly our generation. I'm gonna say that it's just our generation is like changed the form of racism completely.
Yeah.
Before in the past, saying the M word alone, like even if you were just not black or African, and you saying the word, it sheds off like a bombshell in like every community. But nowadays, as long as you don't say it online, it almost gets no publicity. Almost no one notices. Almost no one cares. You say it in a group of people. You say it outside. Like I was outside. I was outside this weekend. I went to GJ's. Just literally, I do a lap. I should be doing laps in GJ's now because I'm 21. I can go for free. I go into GJ's. I do a lap, and when I was in there, I saw some of my friends. I hang out with them, talking for a minute, and then this white girl in front of me. I ain't gonna lie, big as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. She was twice my size, and I'm a big dude. But like, she just looks at me. It's like, man, I hate N-words. And I just looked at her straight in the face, like.
Do you mean like black people, or do you just mean people in general? Because like that's where my question is asked. Because it's like.
Because sometimes they use the word that is just
like
men in general.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's just like girls. A lot of girls be like, I hate niggas. Like they just talk about people in general, but like
they use that word.
You know
they talk about men in general.
Yeah. So it's like it's a
it's
that's the one thing with words in our generation. One word can have
Which
6
is
different meanings.
confusing.
So it's like.
Because, like, you ever heard somebody say, yo, them white niggas? Like, how does that make sense? Like, we just be saying dumb stuff like that.
Of that.
White
I've definitely
niggas.
said that before, but it's like, like...
I think the N-word is now, it's just used nowadays as like a definition of character.
Yeah.
It really is. So you just put the race, or you slap on the race, and if they don't slap on the race, you just assume black.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
Which is understandable.
Now,
like,
a racist term is the hard R, which...
I definitely think the hard R is like... now a slur.
Like
nigga, I don't think it's considered a slur. I mean, it definitely could be used in a way to as a slur. Like,
but like,
have you ever heard an old racist
because you can kind of say, you can kind of tell like the different, like when somebody or that's trying to use the word like for fun, or like when somebody's trying to actually get at you, like like when they use a hard R, like you already know, like bro, you know what you doing, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, because you ever be on TikTok and you see they be talking about YNs and stuff. Young niggas, yeah, I just feel like...
I honestly think being called a YN is more of a diss now than being called a nigga.
Yeah. Oh no, it really is.
Because like, what do you mean I'm a YN, bro? Like, the whole association with being a YN is negative. Like, it has a whole negative connotation. It's a young person who basically banging towing sticks, stealing cars, selling drugs out in the street at all times of the hour, getting in shootouts. That's what a YN insinuates, or like someone who's ready to crash out. Like, so I feel like that's way more of like a
just like a disrespect.
Like, I know when I hear a racist term now, I literally hear it'll be like, oh, the YNs are here. Like, I've heard white people. That's what I'm saying. I've heard white people say that, like, oh, what are you, a YN? Like, you know what I mean? That whole sentence just sounds way worse than saying nigga. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So like, I honestly think there's other terms that we have that are more like a generation thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or like TikTok meme or whatever that's way more racist than like the actual word. So
y'all want to talk about how TikTok's kind of like just controlling the media at all times, 24/7.
I mean,
TikTok and Twitter, yeah.
No, it really, Twitter's not
it's
even
really
Twitter
just TikTok,
anymore.
bro.
Yeah, no, Twitter.
Twitter is just
like
more unfiltered. I feel like Twitter, if you want to go say something and just have people.
I hate niggas. You go on there. And
yeah, you can just say that, you can do anything you want in there. You can post anything you want.
I mean, I think they still have guidelines.
They have moderation.
Yeah. Like you post a whole like cult killing, they might be like, all right, guys, let's take this down.
That doesn't matter. I've seen that on Twitter before.
Yeah.
Twitter don't take down nothing. They're not filtering anything.
Like, there's only certain things that they take. Oh,
as long as you don't got a face on your account, you're good. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about something else, like a little sidetrack? Bonnie Blue's having a kid.
Wow. Okay. Not the direction I thought he was taking.
I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw that pop up. I just saw it on the pop up. Like,
isn't she in jail in like some?
No, she free. She got freed.
What?
She got freed.
Yeah, she got bail.
I know some horny dude bailed her out.
100%.
I know some dude who watches all her content. Just was like, yes.
Nah, because
this is my chance. This is my chance. I got it now.
Oh man, that's a whole other topic now. This OnlyFans culture, man. It's really.
She came from the UK.
Okay, you want to know how she popped up?
No, I feel like.
Hey, hi guys. I'm Bonnie Blue. I'm gonna be having sexual intercourse with 100 men in one day. Let's see how this goes.
Yep.
Video goes absolutely bonkers, like crazy, like stupid in the UK. That to the point we hear about it in the US. Now you got every dude on TikTok. Literally, the meme where you could put your face over the video, right?
Yeah.
They let the little clip play. Man. Let the little white flash come on.
Man,
then you just see a dude in 2x speed going absolutely crazy after hearing that she's about to get with 100 dudes in one day. And I've seen about 1,000 of those videos over the course of like 3 months on my TikTok.
And then next
That's how
one,
they
was the
destroying
1,000.
souls out here with that joint.
The next one was the 1,000 one though.
Wait, she did 1,000?
That can be real.
Wait, she did 1,000?
Yo,
I think I heard from,
I ain't gonna look it up. I don't want that on my history. But I'm letting y'all.
She did 1,000?
If y'all want to know, because
1,000?
Yes, the video, the title.
All right, I hope
That's
this is
humanly
uncensored.
impossible.
It said no. It literally said 1,000 people in 24 hours. And then she did. Then she did a second episode to celebrate her child.
They should have did some measurements of how much a penis was taken in that day. Like
the mileage that you gave.
Wait, well, where y'all go with this point?
Yeah, where
because
we going
we need to
with
go
this,
because
y'all?
I think
It was a little sidetrack. It was a little sidetrack.
He
Let's-
got that out there. I'm like, what are we?
Let's come back to
What
the
are we
story.
saying?
It was a little sidetrack. I just wanted to know.
but you bring up a good point because like OnlyFans culture is really affecting like
The
our
youth.
generation like
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
bro.
Love
Like,
life.
no.
It affects a lot of things nowadays. A lot of people.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what I'm saying. It's
Right.
not good. It's
I
not
just feel
good
like
for
as soon
like
as
mentally
girls
for
turn
men.
18 and get
It's not good
OnlyFans.
mentally for men and women. Like this parasocial
There's
relationship
actually a
that's going
scientific
on.
thing showing that the amount of the dopamine release you get from my fault, y'all. The
he much.
dopamine release that you get from like watching pornography or like OnlyFans content and stuff, that it literally kills your brain. Like it's actually a scientific like that's why
It's
you
like
can't
a
look
drug.
up Pornhub online. If you go look up Pornhub.com, the site's taken down. You can't go watch porn.
You know, it's literally just a drug nowadays. It just takes over some people. It's literally an addiction.
Well, yeah.
For some people, it's genuinely an addiction.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys seen this, but Lil Baby, the rapper, he pitched to some like rich investors to make a pill to stop, basically like, jerking off. Basically, like he pitched an idea to create a pill to stop.
So like to turn you
jerking
off forever.
Basically, because he said that he has a porn addiction. But like that makes so much more sense because you have to look at all these like rich rappers or celebrities. The reason they always get into BS is like, why do you think they get into BS? It's literally always women because they can't control their lust.
It's the urge. That's what I'm saying. That's why they ain't grounded in like if you're not grounded in faith or like a strong belief, like you go fall for anything, you know, like your foundation is shaky, like the devil go play around with you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing is like you control. Like when you get like those things is like it affects like as you're saying like the mind and your mental frequency because what you constantly feeding your mind, especially in that space, is like it literally shapes like it's shaping their reality and then like their confidence shot down.
Some of my friends said that it's like kind of like it makes real life sexual encounters a lot like less intriguing for them because of like what they're seeing and the content that they're seeing on like all these things. They're trying to make it seem like that when it's like it's not the same thing. Like you're seeing these hyper promiscuous women doing these crazy things. You think you think some girl you just met is gonna be doing the same thing. It's like that's just not how that really works.
Nah, they lay there and they just like, all right.
I didn't say that. Yo.
No, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? Because and other people end up going into it because they want to go for the money and all that stuff. But like you have to think there's more to life than just money. That's why I be trying to tell people like people don't understand like money is just like a figure of thing. Yeah, it's where people's energy is going to. So you're sapping away people's energy to this thing. Is that really the type of money you want to make? Like in terms of like.
And honestly, I get what you're saying. I literally get what you're saying. But at the same time, from like outside, because there's other problems too. It's not just the people doing it. It's like me say I don't want to do porn or OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can go and be a director, or I could go and create an agency and be like, hey, I'm about to sign these certain girls. I take a certain percentage of whatever they make off their content, and I push it out because I'm a better marketer than these girls.
But, I mean, that's what happens.
I'm gonna market you way better than you can market yourself, but you're gonna do it at a price, and you just get a bunch of these girls to do it, and that's a lot of money in itself. Like, so do you think that's wrong as well? Because
that's basically pimping.
That is basically pimping. But my thing is, if they're already going to degrade themselves in that way, and they already want to do that, that's the issue.
Fault? That's the issue. We influence each other. It's not they're already going to do it. There's a subsect of people that would never touch it if somebody else, if they wasn't exposed to that influence. So if they didn't make the decision to go in that part of life, then a subset of people would have never been exposed to that type of content in life.
That is true, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize the interplay.
Where do you draw the line between, oh, this person's going to do it already, oh, this person is easily manipulated and doesn't have a good compass on their own head to know well enough, hey, just because that person's doing it doesn't mean I have to do it. Like, where does that line get crossed? Because it's like, it is still technically freedom of your body and whatever you want to do. But it's like, where do you find the line between, hey, this is wrong, and hey, if this person is okay with it, then why not? Where am I the issue in this problem?
I just feel like the thing is the world's controlled by money, and then people like who are raised around that, or like, and they see it, they don't want to do anything else. They don't want to work for their life, because that's the internet. Yeah. The entire internet is like, you don't have to work for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but you just gotta be careful. Money. Those circles don't attract the best. You don't attract the best people. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you want to get into making money that way, you know, it's just
not the
like
best people, but at the same time,
I'm not doing that.
Like, no, but like, it's just to them. That's just like, that's how they're gonna like live that life they see on media, like going to Dubai and going to all these hotels and all these food
and stuff.
And then I think did anyone?
No, I think I was not the only one.
And I think that feeds into also, because you know, like, slavery still exists. It's actually bigger today, but nobody want to talk about it. Like on the news and stuff, like that's why they were shutting down that movie. They were shutting down that movie, but I feel like pornography and all these things is a part of it, because people don't understand like the spiritual operation, like how the enemy works, bro. Like, you think it's a small thing, it's lust. All right, they start out, listening to, like, watching like a little bit of porn, like normal porn where they used to and stuff like that, and then it goes down deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you don't know where to end up, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of these things, like, you look at the Mr. Beast guy, like, bro was like a whole man's man, and then like bro like had a wife and everything, and then all of a sudden he turned into like this sissy guy or something, bro. I don't remember.
Mr. Beast?
Oh, yeah, one of Mr. Oh, he's talking about Mr. Beast's the co-host, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it absolutely has an effect and an influence on the man, and it's a choice, but it's like on both sides. It's like, if I see you walking down like about to jump off a hill, like, am I not gonna save you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a neighbor to neighbor effect, you know. That's what I'm saying. So like,
well, I also think you're right, but at the same time, it's gonna be very hard to do that. Not even just college campus life, but just like in the U.S. in general, just because of the type of culture.
But I'm saying if people, because I think people do it because like it's the money, but they're not focused on the long term impact. They're creating people that have certain desires for, like, you know, the child pornography. That's what's going on. The human trafficking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
U.S. is the number one. U.S. is the number one. What do you call it? I don't remember. I watched Sound of Freedom over in the start of the year, over the January.
Human trafficking?
Yeah, slavery. That's what's happening today, and it's bigger. It's bigger today than
you have to look at. Well, that's not a surprise to me though, because you look at the foundation of the U.S. It's literally built off of slavery. So like anything, even the people who brought Americans to the U.S., the British, they were all having slaves even beforehand. The French, they all had slaves. They all brought their slaves with them when they went to go colonize other countries, took those countries' slaves, and then brought them back to their countries, and then just did that all throughout. That was the transatlantic slave trade or something like that, but just carries on throughout today.
But I was trying to fix your logic though about like people are gonna do it anyway. I'm saying people are influenced by people. Like, it's a collective thing. So if we all spread good ideas, the good ideas can spread. You know, but like, if we all spread, you know, negative ideas just because it benefits you, it benefits a few subset people, the elites, and trust me, most of the elites want it because it makes people easy to control. Yeah, all you do is like go to work, eat, sleep, you know, F word, you know, and then, you know, you're just living your life, you know, just guided by whatever is going on, you know, like, you're not really paying attention to real issues.
But that's true, things, but that's where it comes in when you speak about God. He gave you the choice. He put good and evil are on this world in the world for a reason. So at the end of the day,
God didn't put evil on this world. That's why I was saying God did not put evil on this world.
But it's here for a reason.
The devil rebelled against God. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So evil is simply just the absence of God. Like, that's what sin is. That's what iniquity. That's what hell is. It's just the absence of God. People choosing their own. You know, some people love the ways of them. Some people like to.
But is that not their right to do that though? I'm not saying
that. Yeah, that's why you have free will, bro.
That's what they.
But don't be scared like in how God run the universe though. You know what I'm saying? When things happen.
That's
what I'm
true,
saying.
but I'm saying that is all well and true. Like there's nothing wrong.
I
with
guess
that.
what Sam is saying
But
is
it's
that
like,
people can influence good instead of being like,
no,
oh well,
I
they're
get
already
that.
doing it.
I
You know,
understand that, but at the end of the day, it's up to the individual to make their own decision on that. Whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, that's up to you to decide. But like, yes, if more positive things are spread out there, that's true. I just feel like with the way the world is, the only way is balance. If there's good, there will be evil. So if there's 100 people saying there's something that's good that should be done, 100 people will say that, but 100 people will also be saying that no, I don't agree with that, and that's where the divide becomes. And
But
it's like,
that's what I'm saying. But in the
it's so
kingdom,
far gone
in the
already.
kingdom that Jesus came to build, like God, Word made flesh, God made flesh. Like, that's not going to be the case. That's going to be a perfect kingdom, and that's why like this world like that's why some scientists believe that we're in a simulation. You know, and I can understand why
No,
they're coming from that perspective. But it's like, yeah, which side of the narrative you want to be on? Because we're on this earth is like a whole testing ground. It's like about your character. That's why it's a personal thing. But we need each other.
Yeah,
like some
personal
people be
journey.
talking about they
Yeah.
don't need church. I understand why, like church hurt and all
Yeah,
that. But you need people along this journey. But it's also a personal relationship with you and God, with your own soul. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing. And all these things with lust and stuff, that is meant to distract you and corrode you. You so like a lot of these people like in the industry, like they be like smart, but a lot of them be miserable too. Or some of them just numb. Like so they just
Yeah.
numb, like they don't even feel nothing.
What is your
You
guys'
know what I'm
like
saying?
knowledge on ethics? Do you guys know Thomas Hobbes at all?
I mean, I know the name Thomas Hobbes,
Yeah.
but like, you mean ethics as in just like
Not like as I'm just trying to relate to our society. You ever heard of the state of nature before?
no.
So Thomas Hobbes has this. He was a philosopher back then, and he created this thing called the state of nature. That's what he just said, that every person is just self-absorbed and wants stuff for themselves. Everyone.
Oh
is
yeah, I've
selfish.
heard that perspective before. Not that
But
specific saying.
we just as a people we want to be nice to each other. We want to have peace. We want to seek peace. We don't always need to be selfish for each other. But the state of nature is just pretty much, if everyone is doing everything that benefits them and not benefits each other, we're gonna reach a point where the world is all the like world is just gonna collapse in on itself, and it's just gonna be everyone against each other. We already see that in the U.S. Like just a brief example, shoplifting. One person did it, then 3 people did it, and then it just spread all across the U.S. And now Targets, Walmarts, every store you can think of just has all these
But my question
blockades.
is, why do you think those people are doing that though? Because realistically, if we're going back to the beginning of like, okay, yeah, these people are shoplifting and stuff like that, but what systems are in place that are making people want to shoplift? Now you bring it back to the communities. You look at where the communities, Walmart is the biggest. Usually it's in poorer areas.
Yeah.
Why is everything a little bit cheaper? That's bad for you because that's what they want you putting in your body.
That's
so now
right.
people
That's a
are
good
getting
point.
fat.
That's a good
Now on
point.
top of people getting fat, now those people are like, I don't want to work anymore. I'm lazy. Let me rely on the government. Now you're relying on the government. The
Food
government
stamps.
is putting
Food
these
stamps,
same things back into our community that we don't
Yep.
want in our community. And then it's just like a repeating cycle. It just keeps happening. So like, yeah, shoplifting is an issue, but it's not the source of the problem. And that's a lot of things with that's what happens with a lot of the things, and especially the black community. If we tie it back to the black community,
That's a good point.
especially a lot of the issues. It's like we're getting. That's where you say, oh, the negative things getting pumped. That's where I say it's indoctrination, because they're pumping negative thoughts and negative.
And it really
things
comes
into
back
our
to the
brains,
source.
in our
And the government's
I think if the family unit, I think is the source. Like the definition of family, and I love like a lot of that true stuff has been like eroded. You know,
I
like
think it's
our
been
generation
eroded
is making
certain communities. I think it's
you
been
know, so-
eroded in certain communities, because you look at, you look at the Jewish community. You're gonna find in the Jewish community.
Oh yeah, they
and
stay
some of these
together.
Middle
They
Eastern
build it
communities,
well. Yeah.
They're living with their parents until 25, 26, 27.
Oh, yeah.
Now you look at people in the black community.
You out when you're 18.
Get your ass out of here at 18, 19. Feel me?
Bro, sometimes even
you
16.
need. Our parents are
Yeah.
saying you need to help me because I helped you. Those
Yeah.
parents are saying I already lived my life, so I'm gonna do everything to help you. So if you need to stay in the house until 27 so you can stack up $100,000, now imagine they have 4 kids. All 4 kids still living in the house until what? 25, 26, 27, 2-3 years out of college. They all built up $50,000. Those kids, they move out their parents' house, go get a house together. Now you got one doctor, one technician, You have all these different, one lawyer,
That's
one
a good
engineer.
point. That's a good point.
And then
though.
you bring all that money together. They pool all that money
Yeah,
together.
they do. They work together as a community. That's why the Jewish community is so powerful.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're so powerful. And they also, like, it's Judeo...
For the most part.
For the most part,
yeah.
Wait, what?
And maybe some sacrificial religious things that they do on the side, but we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to get into that.
I mean, yeah, Jews still do sacrifices to God because they don't believe that Jesus came.
But my thing is the sacrifices they're doing is like...
What do they be doing?
I'm not going to talk about this on the podcast. That's a whole different, like...
What are we talking about right now?
Humans? Or are we talking about animals?
Nah. You know what? I think we sidetracked long enough.
Yeah, we
Let's
are
back to
Alfred State.